Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GBYWN Australia podcast. Your host, as usual, Aston Crude, back here with Deakin Whalen to continue our discussion on his career in backyard wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, got a clean bladder now. I'm keen.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Line in the Sand, 2016.
Yes.
Another match with Kyle. This time Kyle gets the win to overturn the stipulation for resolution.
The only person to have the title stipulation overturned, which is bullshit.
Absolute bullshit, but these things happen when they get put in the script. Regarded as match of the show, just from what I remember with the votes. Are you two realising how big of a deal this feud ending match is going to have to be?
Well, I instantly think of Kevin, why am I saying Kevin? Yeah, Kevin...
Steen?
Yeah, Kevin Steen. Fuck that. I don't know why that sounded so weird to me.
Probably because you think of Kevin Owens?
Yeah. Fuck you, WWE. And El Generico. Like, how they just fucking, they were best friends. And, they were, the second they walked in. Age of 13, I believe it was. Best friends. And then, Steen loses and fucking... I hate your guts. And just low blows Generico and fucking nails him with a chair. And then they just feud and... It gets so intense, and that's what I hell wanted. And from that match, 5 seconds of planning. I rocked up after midway helping set up for a wedding.
Yeah.
I do that match with 5 seconds of planning, and it's the match of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going again, and then I get back, and everyone's talking about the match and how good it was. I'm like, well, shit, that was really that made me feel hell good. And I feel like because the second we came out, we're just flogging each other, and then. The curb stomp, that looked fucking deadly, and the springboard Smart Rider, and everyone was just like, wow, and
yeah.
When I did the fucking up the Aries, and I fucking hit the Aries Clash, and everyone was like, oh, boo, fuck you, man.
The initial projections of this feud was going to be seeing you and Ace together. Aries would make his return.
Yep.
If he didn't fuck up that fourth opportunity. He would make his return, side with Kyle, and then at Line in the Sand try and screw him to join with you and Ace to have a little three-man stable where you would be the leader of the group.
Yeah.
Due to his decision, this doesn't end up taking place. What did you think of that idea?
I reckon it would have been wicked to see unfold, because for the 4 Warmer boys back together, and it's it's 2 versus 2, now, except the roles have changed, but in the end, it would be him fucking him over and getting me. I'm then, I'd be powerful once again. I'd be one of the top guys again.
Yeah. Then you'd be leading a little 3-man stable.
Yes.
So the idea ends up changing at one stage to now Lars will debut and side with Kyle, and then Lars was going to turn on Kyle and join you and Ace.
Yeah.
But then Lars makes a decision. He wasn't sure if he could wrestle.
Because of his ankle.
So he decided that he wouldn't be coming to Line in the Sand, which was where he was supposed to do the heel turn and join with you guys. What did you think about Lars's short little stint here, and how he's not really been sure of what he wants to do?
Lars is a crazy athlete. He reminds you of Phaser, because he does the footy and stuff like that. Just different tiers. And Lars can flip, he can power people, and he's a good athlete. But the fact that of his ankle, and it's always been a problem since I've known him, his ankle always fucks him up.
Really?
And to the point where at that time, he had to actually get x-rays and stuff done. He's done ligament damage, and so it's well, shit.
Yeah.
Someone that could have been so much just wasted. Makes me upset.
Yeah, it is a shame.
Seems just to be bad luck with the Warmer guys.
Yeah. I got 3 good ones out of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that is a shame about Lars, due to the ankle thing. What is it? He broke his ankle during football?
He, I think he tore something, and then we need to go take a look at it at the hospital. It's everything's just jacked.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a bit of a shame, but in the end, we get to Resolution 4, the ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Ace has to leave during the show.
Yeah, because of time constraints with his Smart Rider.
Got ya. So he's not there at ringside for you, but Lars is there for Kyle.
Yeah.
So I don't know what changed, but he was there for the show, so I just said, well, you should come out with Kyle. Anyway.
I was with him the night before, and we were drinking pretty hard.
Gotcha, okay. He's there on the day. We have this ladder match, you and Kyle, for the Backyard title to end the feud. What a fucking match. Your thoughts on the match?
Well, from the second he came out, and he's like, gets the good reaction. Like, it's already been such a sick events before, like fucking Phoenix jumping off the wall into Aaron, and then
Kyle's already had to go through a battle with Ace as well.
Yeah, and Kyle versus Ace, where I fucking jumped at Lars with the suplex. That was fucking so good. I was like, hey, welcome back, and flogged him. And then Chaos and Brandon, when fucking Brandon jumps off the ladder through the table, I was like, there's no fucking way we can top this. This is such a sick event. And then, like, Kyle comes out, does his, like, thing, and then I come out. I'm, like, trying to keep serious. I turn around, and I slick my fingers through my hair. I'm like, fuck, what did I get myself into? Like, I fucking hate heights. I hate ladders. Fuck this. So I come out, I, like, hell staunch Kyle. Kyle, like, moves away. Straight into it, fucking Bloody Monday, then Bloody Sunday. And fucking just curb stomp in the corner. I'm like, alright, let me introduce the first ladder. Fucking... He misses a fucking ladder thing. I pull the ladder down, double arm DDT onto the ladder instantly. Fucking fans like, oh, like, why would you even take something like that? And then more ladders got introduced. I took like the moonsault on that ladder, and then the fucking flip powerbomb off the ladder.
Yeah,
I still watch it to this day because I reckon it was fucking sick.
One of the only times that I've seen in backyard wrestling where someone actually hit the sunset flip powerbomb off a ladder properly. Every other time it's always, they've gone off to the side or they've landed on top of each other. So it was good to see that one.
Yeah, like, I was on the ladder, I'm like, alright, do it. And he's like, no, you get high. I'm like, fuck, I hate heights. And so I'm like, slowly climbing up. Is this good? He's like, no, higher. I'm like, fuck you, man. And he's like, laughing, and then he hits it, and then fucking everyone's like, oh! And then Kyle climbs the ladder, does the fucking moonsault, crushes Lars. I move out the way. I'm like, haha, like, no sell. Then I hit that fucking swinging double on DDT. Like, I don't just do the one leg, I do both. And he's just fucking like smack. And then after that, sorry about that.
That's alright.
And then I get up and I say, you're nothing without me. And it's like, if it, like,
the storytelling, the drama is very good.
And I said, I was like, and this still surprises me. Going to the Yardies quickly, I was ranked the 4th highest wrestler out of everyone here.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up after this.
Yeah, and then I brought that in there. I'm like, what are you? Absolutely nothing. I punch him, and he just goes, fuck you, and he starts clobbering me, and then he does his knee and curb stomps me, and I just go smash. I crush my nose. It hurt that bad. He's like, oh, I was like, so I'm the man of sexuality. I was like, if it wasn't for you, and then me, you would be. Yeah, that's actually how he said it. I didn't fuck up just there. He's like, you wouldn't even be in this motherfucking company, cunt.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, where did that get you? Nowhere. And he just throws the ladder at me. And everyone's like clapping. And I was like, alright, that's good. Let's wrap it up now. Fucking Smart Rider off the ladder. He climbs the thing. I'm climbing. I'm like, don't you fucking dare do it. And he's like, fuck you. And he pulls it down. I'm like, fuck. And then, just...
Great dramatic end.
Such a good send-off.
And a great end to the feud. What did you think of the feud overall in terms of everything else you've done in backyard wrestling?
I felt like I achieved what I wanted to achieve. I was so happy with that feud. Like, with all the bumps in the road and all that kind of shit, what could have been, what couldn't have been, it turned out perfect.
Gotcha. Cool. What does Kyle mean to your career?
Fuck. Okay, he's probably the biggest part of my career. He's been there with me since day one. He's been my tag team partner. He's been my enemy. He's been the one to take care of me, and I've been the one to fucking drill him into the floor. He sells all my moves so good, so I'm really grateful for that. So I have to thank him.
Excellent, bro. What do you think could have become of Lars in WZWA if he tried to join early with you guys?
Oh, fuck. He could have been like Phaser, pretty much, but like... about like all the dropping out because of his music and his injuries and stuff like that. Lars could have been fucking just so dominant. He could have been like the chosen Drew McIntyre without getting fucked over, I reckon.
Yeah.
And I honestly say that.
Well, we're coming towards the end here. Your match with Mykonos at the Great American Gash for the Aussie title.
Yep.
just an opportunity for you and Mykonos to have a one-on-one match. He's seen a lot of promise in you, and I believe earlier in 2015 he pitched an idea where he would be kind of your mentor kind of thing. But I ended up saying that it wouldn't fit with what I wanted to do with the final year. What were your thoughts on working with Mykonos and having that opportunity?
Well, it was our first time going one-on-one. And I was like, well, last time I ever faced Mitch was, besides like Battlefield Bros and stuff, was the Legion match. Fucking 2 years ago, prior to that match. And I was like, alright. And I don't know what happened during that match, but we gassed ourselves so much. And like we had like all these like things planned. Like I was fucking like I picked him up on my shoulders, and I'm like, I've just hit like almost 70 kilos. That's just because of work.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck! I like drop and like, alright, I landed that one. Go for a second one. I'm like, no, my back fucking caved in.
Oh man.
I think it was because of that break between Resolution and Great American Cash.
Yeah.
We just gassed ourselves way too early, but I still reckon we achieved what we did. We like shook hands at the end, and then like you came out and like, yo, you get a pass on the hit list. I'm like, you already beat me, cunt.
So I mean, you and Alex Stone are the only people that have been said that aren't going to be on the hit list thus far. You split from Ace on the same show, so we can give him a run as a babyface before the end of WZWA. Are you excited to feud with another friend of yours?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I love how like it ended. Like, he loses the match. I'm like, what was that? You're losing your matches, man. And then he just fucking picks me up and drills me. I'm like, oh, like dead.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for Ace. And there was supposed to be a storyline where Dark Ice would be his mentor. But due to Ice's injury and now his new job, he's been unable to do that. But I think it's going to be pretty good for you two, just for the next couple of months to really have a solid match, and then move on finally from your Warnborough friends to do something else, which leads me to the question, where do you hope Deakin Whalen goes from here?
Where do I hope? I've been thinking about going pro after the whole thing ends. Yeah. Like, well, after seeing Delcano win the title, I was like, I would love like one more title run in Warzone, to be honest, because it just looks so good. Like, it's like a good like moment of relief. Like, yes, like I've earned something else.
Yeah.
Like whether it be like the WA title, backyard title, heavyweight title, tag titles again somehow. I don't care. I just want and one more accolade before I finish Warzone.
Excellent. How do you feel knowing the finality of March 2017 being the final WZWA show?
There's going to be a massive void, and it's going to be a massive void for everyone. It's like the end of like how many years for you guys, and like 3, almost 4 years for us. And it's going to be like a sick event. I can already tell. Everyone's going to like change their atmosphere whatsoever. They're going to do this, do that, because they don't have to wake up the next day and be like, fuck, I've got like wrestling the next month.
Yeah.
They can just do what they want and just live their lives on like it is.
Yeah.
And then eventually they'll be like, fuck, we need to do a reunion show.
Oh, don't even go there, alright? Don't even fucking go there. No, alright? No. There's no fucking reunion show. This is it.
It's gonna happen, I guarantee it.
If it does happen, that'll be lovely, but if it doesn't happen, I'll be fine with that. So you've just mentioned you have plans to go pro. Where would you like to go pro?
There's only one place I can go pro. That's close to me. But I'll have my license by then.
If you move.
If I was to move, I'd probably start off Schwa, maybe? Yeah, well, from what I've been hearing of Schwa and certain people at Schwa, it like gives me things, and then there's just AAW, which is AAW. Like, why the fuck would you want to go there? And then EPW seems a bit too much to ask for because they're the top of Western Australia. And then there's NHPW that I don't entirely know much of.
Gotcha.
So it's a toss-up, really.
Gotcha. You really want to do AAW? After everything you've heard?
Yeah.
After everything you know?
After I've seen what my friends have done. Fake Craven. God, whose fucking idea was that? Especially having Matt come out.
Terrible. What are you most proud of when you look back?
Just the journey, like meeting all these new people. Because it was just it's a bunch of schoolmates just on a trampoline, and then you go fucking an hour up the road past the city, and then you're like, just meet a complete different bunch of strangers out now. You can consider like some of your closest friends.
Yeah.
And that's something you just cannot take away.
Definitely. And with that, I mean, you've kind of already said it, but what does WZWA mean to you?
Just family. Family, like...
That brotherhood?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's been quite the journey, Deakin.
It has, definitely.
Thinking back to young Deakin Whalen and young Carl Inglis in their debut match.
15-year-olds.
Their dark match at Hard Time 2, Day 1. From where you went from there, the journey, 18 months as a tag team, to get to the promised land of finally defeating the tag team champions to win the tag team titles, and you both got the pin, and I made it a point to tell you both you have to both be on top of Ryan Tate when you pin him for the titles, because I want you both to have officially won that title yourselves together, you know? That's the thing that means something to me when someone wins a championship, if it's a tag team title.
It has to be that person and that
a certain person has to be the one to get the pin. So, like, for example, Blade and Ryan. Blade had to get the pin because he hadn't won a title in about fucking 11 years. Steele had never won a championship before. He had to get the pin, so you and Kyle had to get that pin to win the tag titles. But further on from there, some great times in 2015, the feud with you and Kyle, this long winding story between you two, you know, it had pretty much reached, you know, nearly 3 years altogether. I mean, if you think about it. So what a journey, and your work as a heel and being backyard champion has been fantastic, or had been fantastic, and great end to the storyline with you and Kyle. What a story that it has been. There's still 9 months to go. There's still more of the Deakin Whalen story to be told. I'm very excited about it, and I want to thank you for your contributions to WZWA, your dedication to coming to every event and making that journey, even if you can only be there for your match, to go all the fucking way back. I truly appreciate that, and I think we all have a tremendous amount of respect for you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Here's a handshake. And usually this is the part where I say we end part blah, 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 but we're already in part 2, Deakin. So we are continuing here with part 2 with the Q&A.
Alrighty, cool, man.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no worries.
All right, well, we finished the section about your career. Now we get to the Q&A. First person, as fucking usual, the big fucking nerd himself, Blade Shaw. What is one thing you'd like to accomplish in WZWA before it's over?
A flip. I'm not even joking. I want to land a flip on someone by the end of Warzone. Whether it be a fucking, like, senton flip or a fucking backflip, it's going to happen. Mark my words.
That's an interesting thing to tick off the bucket list.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer, heel or babyface, and why?
Oh, God. It's two-way street. I love the heel work because you can get all gritty and you can, like, look all pissed off, and, like, you don't really see me ever pissed off or anything like that. So it's like, yeah, fuck you, man. Like, and then, but with babyface, you have, like, so much more energy, and, like, your entrance, like, sells who you are, really, and, like, your antics and, like, your gestures and stuff like that, like, coming out to Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Best thing I could ever done. Because it's like, yeah, like, the tie-dye shirts, I love the look, it looks so bright and happy, and then when you're heel, it's, like, dark clothing, like, yeah, don't
brooding.
touch me, touch me, cunt.
Question 3 from Blade, what are your thoughts on the current state of WZWA? Be honest.
Be honest? Well, I wasn't at the last event, and apparently at the last event a lot of shit went down. And if that is the way WZWA is going to head for the next few shows, I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I would not be fucking pleasant.
Yeah.
But prior to that, like, Resolution 4 and a few events before that, fucking amazing. It was good. It was going so well. Like, there was obviously the ups and downs as per usual, but it just sold out so good. And then when Resolution 4 hit, everyone was fucking energetic, everyone was happy, and then Hard Time fucking 5 came around.
Yeah, so it's like 2 hard times in a row now. Things have been real hard times for WZWA.
Hard times, Daddy.
Hard times. Yeah, well, it's good to get your thoughts on that. Question 4 from Blade. As a former tag team champion, who do you feel are the best team in WA yarding history?
Rebellion.
Really?
Yep.
Why is that?
well, when you have someone that was low that had tremendously improved from what I've like when I saw when he botched the 450,
Yeah.
and then when he like came back, and then like towards the end of his like run, he was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like him versus Phaser at Resolution 3.
Yeah.
That was the dark horse of the show.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, that was a fucking wicked match. Even walking to the deli with him and Jacob, I was like, that's such a sick match. And then Jacob, who's such a good promo cutter, as well as a great wrestler, them two combined together, either heel or face, they just sold their characters and sold their team so well.
Yeah. Interesting. And it's a shame that a team that you might consider to be the best one there's ever been never got to be the tag team champions.
There's always a second chance, Low. Come back.
There's no way he's gonna I wish he would, but he just doesn't like wrestling anymore, which is fair enough. And question 5 from Blade: what is your favourite moment you've experienced in yarding?
My favourite moment, like, sorry,
Number
ETW and WZWA, I guess.
Yeah, you can pick one. You can pick one for both.
Wait, does it have to be specifically those, or like, because in yarding in general, like all of yarding?
Just what you've been involved with personally.
Alright. That's hard. Because it's like fucking ETW, so much shit went down. And then with Warzone, so much stuff has happened in the past 4 years. Probably, it's gonna sound dumb, but at an ETW show, we're all in the back waiting for like the people to come out. And we're all talking in the back, and we count down 3, 2, 1 to start recording. And it's prepubescent Nathan voice. It's like, this next match is scheduled for, and then he goes like behind the camera, like, shut the fuck up! Like just before everyone comes out, we all lost it. It's probably my favourite moment. Kyle will get it, and he'll fucking lose it.
So that's your favourite moment in all of your time?
Yeah, like out of everything I've done, just that little like 15-second clip on YouTube makes me lose it every time.
Kyle has chimed in. Are you proud of your yarding history and how it all began?
For sure, definitely. I mean, I'm still rusty to this day, I reckon. And like, I've vastly improved in my own beliefs. And so, coming from ETW, like, doing trampoline, then coming to Warzone, like, just like nervous, like, doesn't really want to do much, just like comes out, does like the and get my match done, to actually wanting to like go out and do really good in my match and hopefully succeeding. So it makes me proud. Yeah, cool,
brother. What are your top 3 matches in ETW and in WZWA?
So
that's 6
this
matches.
is fucked. ETW is so fucked. There was so much, but if I had to put my fingers on any of them, in ETW, one of them would be me versus Ace at All or Nothing, because he threw me off the trampoline and no one ever saw that before. So they're like, oh shit. Another one would be me versus Ricardo. That was one of the last events, because I had my red shorts and shit like that. It was like just some mask character just to like make me get the win, and it was Cam in a mask, but I had a fucking Joker driver, and I reckon that was sick. Just the fucking like, bam! I was like, holy shit! And, like everyone behind like the laptop camera was like, oh shit! And my last favorite ETW match, probably my second match. We had like the Money in the Bank and stuff, and I came out to remember Titus O'Neil's first theme song, Heading Right Back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had that before he even like came out to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
And I had like these blue like fucking board shorts and this like skinny like tank top and the wrist thing I usually come out with, and like just doing all this shit and then like snatching the thing at the end, like eating shit on the floor, and then cashing in later that day to become ETW champion. Yeah,
you did?
Yeah,
the second show.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, how fucking ridiculous.
In your top 3 WZWA matches?
Me and Kyle versus Aaron at Autumn Brawl 2. Me versus Rex at False Finish, and me and Kyle at Resolution 4.
Brilliant. What is your all-time dream match that you would like to happen? Doesn't have to be completely possible.
So that could be fucking
anyone from any yarding federation.
So me, this is a good one. Me versus Mason X.
American Yada?
Yep. I seen him and Glenn on the New Era shows, Grabgasms,
Yeah.
and other events, and the guy's a fucking beast. Like legit, he just looks like your regular guy that goes to the gym every now and then. But fuck me, he's a crazy wrestler, and he will like spike you on your head. And I fucking just love the way he wrestles.
Have you ever spoke to him?
No.
Just try and find out who he is and say hello.
Yeah.
Question 4 from Kyle. What is your scariest moment you've had in yarding?
The fucking ladder, the sunset flip powerbomb. That was fucking horrifying, dude.
Yeah.
I hated it so much just because it felt so high, and I was like, "Oh fuck me!" I felt genuinely sick.
Yeah, I can definitely.
And fuck knows, like if you rotate wrong, you're gonna land on your neck and you're
could
fucked.
fuck it up.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Kyle again, his last question. After WZWA folds, what does the future hold for Deakin Whalen in backyard wrestling?
Pro would probably be the most way to go.
So there's no backyard wrestling; it's all pro.
Well, that depends if anything pops up. Of course. I mean, it's not till next year, so fuck knows what could happen.
Yeah. Alright. Steel Kemsley. Here we go. Do you prefer being in a tag team Kyle or feuding with him?
Ooh, shit. I would have to go tagging. Yeah. Because we had, like, so much moves we could do and shit like that, and, like, the poetry in motion, like, that was always good to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prefer teaming. Cool.
Yep.
Number 2 from Steel. What has been the biggest challenge for you in the WZWA?
On how I can improve and like shit like that. Like, cause I was ranked 23 in the Yardies last year.
Yeah.
And then fucking this year I'm ranked 4. So I've done something. So it's either from changing my character or just the way I wrestle, really.
That's something I did forget to ask you is how did you feel when you found out you came 4th?
I was like fucking beating Ryan. I was like, what the fuck?
Beat me too, mate.
Yeah, that was fucking unreal. Mitch too.
Yeah.
Mitch fucking Rex. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what did I do to deserve that? And then when you told me after lying in the sand, the boats just came in and pushed me like completely. It's like, fuck, that made me feel real good.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff, bro. Steel again. How did it feel to be in your own backyard fed to coming over to wrestling WZWA?
Answered this already pretty much, but it's nerve-wracking because you're on a trampoline with your mates, then you're in a ring with like around a bunch of fucking people you don't even know, so you're like, well fuck, gotta make a good impression. So I guess we did. How
does it feel to be a top guy in your federation and then you have to start from scratch in a new one?
I don't mind it, to be honest. Like, because, well, fucking who knows what the fuck would happen to ETW, and then coming to Warzone where everything's like set like this and that and that, and you're like, alright, so obviously you're gonna make a name for yourself. Fuck knows how long it's gonna be. 2 years, but yeah, eventually it happens. So you just gotta suck it up and go with it.
Yeah. Who are 3 people you hope to face before WZWA ends?
Brandon would be one. Can it be people I've faced before?
Yeah, or it could be people that.
I want my title against. I want Kyle, and then I'm trying to think of the roster. Jacob 1-on-1.
Very cool. Typical Steel question. If you were contracted to WWE, would you go straight to the main roster or start in NXT?
Probably NXT. Because, well, like...
If you go to main roster, you don't get fucking any storylines, so at least in NXT you'll get a storyline.
Yeah, and it's probably... It's the more popular show at the time right now, and, like... Everyone wants to go there. Like, Bobby Roode's going to end up popping up soon, no doubt.
Eric Young,
fucking Samoa Joe. Kota Ibushi recently just signed. That's fucking crazy.
I reckon he'll be going to the main roster for the Cruiserweight division.
You reckon?
Yeah. If they're going to start a Cruiserweight division, he's probably going to win the Classic, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, Luke Monet. Favourite singles match you've ever participated in? Straight singles match.
Straight singles match.
No hardcore, no ladder, nothing like that.
Me vs Kyle. At Line and Sand.
Line and Sand, cool.
Yep.
If you could give yourself any gimmick, what would it be?
Fuck. Fucking one of those, like, catch submission wrestling kind of gimmicks, like the fucking fancy Brit, and he's like does like the fucking poses and shit like that, and like all the cool fucking submissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Question 3: your top 3 wrestling influences.
My top 3 wrestling influences. Oh shit. Dean Ambrose, like prior WWE, like CZW, when he came out the jacket and he cut like those fucking wicked promos, and Mick Foley, that was one. Who else was there? Fucking Johnny Gargano. Fucking loved his work and shit. Still do to this day. He's in the Cruiserweight Classic. His match with Ciampa was fucking unreal from what I've seen. And Sami Zayn, for sure. Because
you're both Rangs.
Yeah.
Question 4: is there anything you would have done differently in WZWA over your time?
More submissions. For sure. Like, because I've been recently watching a lot more British wrestling, and some of the submissions, like people like Zack Sabre Jr. and Drew Gulak and shit come up with is fucking unreal, and I wish I could like use more of that in there. So yeah.
Gotcha. Question 5: how do you perceive your heel turn? It got an extremely strong positive response from the Fed. Is there anything you've really enjoyed or disliked about it?
I fucking love the heel turn. It's done so much for me, like, as you can see, like, backyard champion, tag champion again and shit, and like ranked 4. It was probably one of the more highlights of my career, with like winning the tag titles first time and like competing my first Battlefield Brawl and Resolution and shit like that. It definitely helped me out, and I'm thankful I got that opportunity.
You're happy that you got to step out of the usual
routine of tag team
that you'd been doing for some time and do something completely different.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I'm sure, like, for example, like Kyle, when he turned heel in ICWS, he's probably stoked that he got to actually at least do it for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Despite the fact it didn't last very long, but he still got to do it.
Yeah.
Dan Zeppelin. I don't think I put all of his questions in there, but one of them was: some of us feel like there will be a void in our lives once we've stopped wrestling. Do you think you will cop this? Probably not, because you're hoping to go pro, right?
If I do go pro, then it won't really be like void, but it probably will still, I reckon, because it's not those people you've been with that whole time. And a bunch of douchebags.
It'll suck to kind of
get more
not
serious.
all be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah,
anymore,
exactly.
I mean, if we are, it might be 6 of us, but it probably won't be all fucking 25 of us, you know?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
That kind of thing is the thing that I worry about most.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a void regardless. Everyone's going to catch it, and someone can be like, hey, want to like wrestle at one point or something like that, and then they'll be like, fuck no reunion shows.
Another question that Dan had, and I didn't quite understand it, was a hot girl with big tits?
I'm more of an ass man. Yeah, definitely.
You're an ass man.
Yep.
So you like your Stacey Keeblers, your Lana's.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Lana's got a fantastic ass.
I agree.
Right, Deacon, that comes to the end of the Q&A section. So I'm going to go into word association, but first of all, we're going to a little segment called ETW. Who are they and where are they now?
Alrighty.
Don't need to go over Kyle or Ace because we know who they are and where they are now. Nathan.
Alright, he was one of the 4 originals with Kyle, Matt, and Ace. He was
What's his full name?
Nathan Braz. Not whatever he fucking has on Facebook.
Gotcha.
Brazacorus or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
He was the head. His like nickname was the Head Crusher, and he was mostly facing Ace and Ozzy and stuff like that. And then at one point he was removed from the roster because he took a shit in the showers of an AEW show. And then they were like, yeah, that's fucked. And Kyle's dad's like, I don't want this cunt at my house anymore. So we removed him, and then eventually he came back. He did his stuff, like, and then he brought his girlfriend along. She was cool and stuff like that. And now he rocked up for the last show as well, which was good.
Did he wrestle at the last show?
Yeah.
Cool.
He versed Arian. And then from now on, he has a band now. He listens to all of his Norwegian death metal, black metal, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's got new friends, but we still see him from time to time around, say hello, stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. Darian.
Darian was...
Did all these guys just... Their wrestling name was just their name?
Nah, some of them had, like, different names.
Gotcha, okay.
Like, I'll come to that in a second. But, Darian moved to our school in year 3. I think he was hanging out with Kyle one day, and he came along and did a show, and then he actually really fucking enjoyed it. He brought a belt one time, like, that's our new, like, WA title. So we used that off him, and then, like, he would come to, like, every second show if he could, because he lived up in fucking somewhere else. And then he was even at the last show too. He frequently came to most of the other shows, and he, like, enjoyed it. Really. Now he's playing footy, I think. He's just working. Yeah, I haven't seen much of him since. He recently got a tattoo. That's about it.
Jaden.
Jaden was also Carl's mate, but he's also friends with, like, Ace and Matt. He lives now in fucking Ellenbrook, I believe, or Esperance or some shit like that. And
Ellenbrook or Esperance, just two total different directions.
Some shit like that. It begins with an E. But he came to most of the shows when it was at Ace's house.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and now, like, he left Warnborough around, I think, year 11 or some shit like that. And he comes down here from time to time. He catches up from Kyle from time to time, but other than that, I haven't seen him since Monet and Tim came down for All or Nothing.
Gotcha. Jesse.
Oh, my cousin, yes. During the holidays...
How old is he?
I'm 18, he's 16. He's 17 next month.
And he's still never been to a WZWA show.
No.
You should come watch.
Yeah, I know. I should probably get his ass out of the house.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, well, his mum used to work on the holidays, my auntie, so he'd come over mine and like, yeah, we're going to ETW today. And he's like, yeah, alright. And he used to just come for the feed, but then he got like hell involved, and I like dropped him on his ass a few times. Yeah.
Cam.
Oh, he's probably the one I catch up with the most. I was with him actually yesterday. He came through with I think me or Kyle. Probably Kyle, because he was in his classes, and he fucking just loves like getting around, scrapping with his mates and stuff. And then he was at the last show too. He also portrayed Ricardo.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and like recently he's been watching like NXT, and like he catches up with the up to date shit. And like he was at mine for one of the events. He was meant to come to fucking the Mania 32 viewing at the game with all the boys, but fucking he slept in the dog cunt. So yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, he fucking loves Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah. From there, he just casually talks to me. He's like, "Did you read the news on like Randy Orton's back and stuff like that recently?" So it's like, oh, it's good to know that he keeps watching it and shit.
Still watches.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else from ETW that I have not mentioned aside from your
Damien, Ozzy?
Okay, they weren't put in your list when I asked you yesterday.
No, I mentioned Damien at one point, even in the podcast.
Okay, Damien.
Damien was one of the like first mid-carders, I guess. So he was the first WA state champion. He came with Ozzy and Ace because they were friends. Now he used to go to school. He's like one of the like kids that like I don't want to say drop kick, but like it's like just around. He like raps and stuff now. He smokes a lot of pot.
Got ya.
Yeah.
Ozzy.
Pretty much the same, just not rapping. Ace's brother, obviously. Yeah, he's still a good guy. Like he's held friendly towards us and everything, but I haven't not really seen much of him since.
Why didn't some of these guys ever show any interest to do WCWA? Did they just have been far removed from wrestling at that point?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Oh, like they'd hear about it and stuff, and like I'd show them photos. Like, oh yeah, cool. I'm like, you should come to the show one day. It's like, yeah, and by the time like they do, it's like, oh fuck, I totally forgot we were doing this, and I was like, oh, don't worry about it.
Wrestling as Colin with Emilio, so you're still always a tag team with Kyle.
Yeah, I love it.
It seems like it's like Mojo Flu and Papacito,
yeah,
etc. What do you like about being Colin?
I can be a fuckhead, like Hawaiian shirt and the shorts and like the mask, the red hair, like it's fucking obvious it's me. Like the red hair and like the horns and psychosis look, fucking love it. And it's been like the goofball, like the white neighbor that mows his lawns, like waves at everyone and shit like that. I don't know how I was so over.
This is probably just because it's you. One thing I forgot to mention was the Mexicraps taking on the Heartbreakers
Oh, yes.
at Frostbite?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, pretty sure it was Frostbite 2015. So a very rare opportunity where you and Carl had the chance to wrestle Johnny V.
Yeah.
What did you think of that match? Because looking back, it's fucking hilarious, and we didn't plan anything.
I know, most of the time, I'd roll out, I'd get, hit, and I'd roll out and attack Kyler, because I'm laughing so hard, and, when you have him, in the fucking submission, it's
Yeah,
I think he's
submission.
dead.
He had it in the submission, and he just stopped moving, and and I'm going, ah! I think he's dead.
Fucking everyone loses.
Man,
I'm,
it's
trying
so
not to
good.
cry of laughter.
We've killed the guy. We've killed him. I love Colin and Emilio. And,
They were just extras in the fucking dance thing at Resolution 2, Steel's dance off the thing, and then they're in the Mexican chair thing that fucking went to shit.
And there was the 3-on-3 Black Carnival versus
Oh,
Spyro,
yeah.
Colin and Emilio.
Yeah,
on
fucking
Blackout
ice
TV.
just tombstoned
Just
all of
kill
us.
Everyone, just killed everyone. So we try to implement Colin and Emilio every now and then for some sort of comedy thing, but eventually it seemed like Colin and Emilio became the new Mojo Flow and Papacito because Monet and Jack weren't as interested in doing the mask characters anymore. So what
Yeah.
did you think of sometimes doing double duty and just doing a quick squash match?
No, I fucking love putting the mask on. Hey, I wish at one point I was like, why didn't I do a luchador gimmick? You know, it's fucking just wearing the mask and the tights and shit. Still got my own tights. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It feels wicked, I reckon. I just love the luchador look, I guess.
Yeah. Well, hopefully big things will be coming for Colin and Emilio soon.
Yeah.
That story still needs to be told. So from here, I'm going to say a name. Tell me what you think of them.
All right.
Let's start with Three Dog.
Three Dog, wicked, just gentle, fucking surprising with his spears. When he bridges it, that's fucking wicked. I like that. He's a good guy, yeah.
Alex Stone.
Probably one of the more closer people I am to Warzone. I've caught up with him, had a beer with him and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Not just you two?
No, with Brandon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
That's when I bought that shirt.
It's a trio that I wouldn't think would be at the pub together.
No kidding, hey. No, I talked to him on, on the occasion, we're talking about NXT or, the Pokemon Go shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably one of the more closest people to with Warzone.
Gotcha. Blade Shaw.
Blade Shaw, he feels like he's like my uncle. He takes care of me and stuff. He'll talk to me. He'll go out his time to talk to me and stuff like that. We have some similar interests. I read his blog and stuff all the time like that. His gaming ones he does the write ups for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy those. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking nerd. That's what he is.
Geek.
I can say that because I've known him for fucking years.
Nerd smart.
I've known him for fucking 14 years, Blade. Ugh. Been stuck with you for that bloody long. Dark Ice.
Dark Ice. Oh, fuck.
I'm starting to get a bit drunk, by the way.
The amount of respect I have for Dark Ice is fucking nuts. He'll go out of his way to, take care of you, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those people you have to, thank at the end of the day for everything.
Yep. Phaser.
Phaser. I got close to him recently. On the drive home from one of the events, I think it was. We were talking just all this shit, and even upstairs behind the stage and shit, we were just talking. Yeah, talking about puss. It was pretty sick.
Sick. Kilowatt Chaos.
He scares the fuck out of me still to this day. Second I walked in, second fucking today, I'm still horrified of him. He's a wild card. Left turns you. He'd talking about one thing and then he would fucking hey, fucking, ooh, left turn. Lila, she's such a sweetheart. Yeah, definitely so happy. She found a guy like Ryan, big nerd too.
Yeah.
Of wrestling. Yeah.
Huge nerd.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Steel Kemsley.
Probably one of the other closest people I am to in the Warzone. He's awkward as hell, but once you get him talking, a few beers in and you start talking.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to have to do a podcast with him soon. We're hoping maybe either this Saturday or the following, because I've got to get the rest of these ones done. But I'm worried, Deakin. I'm worried. Do you have any tips for me on how to converse with Steel Kemsley? What if I ask him a question and he gives me his answer and I don't fucking understand what he just said? Sometimes he talks and you're like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Just take your time, give it like detail into the question, but not too much because you'll get confused.
Because you'll get confused, so you got to find that fine line. It's very,
don't talk about
daunting.
his mum. That'd probably be a good point. I don't know, just like if he gets like and does that weird like giggly laugh he does, like no, give me a fucking better answer, cunt.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll get on his ass about it. JD Flame.
JD Flame. Caught up with him at the recent AEW event. Yeah, when we watched that Delcano. I feel like I've gotten close to him since last year. I have a fair few interests. We talk about like a lot of Japan shit like that too. Yeah, and like uni and stuff like that. Yeah, good guy.
Probably it's a match that you never had, isn't it?
No.
Never had a match with JD Flame. Interesting.
Nope. Who knows?
See what we can do. It'll be fucking difficult, but I'll try. Daniel Johnston.
Daniel Johnston. Fucking... Daniel Johnston. He's a wild card to me, hey? Like, I feel like I know him, but I don't. He seems so, like, closed in. Like, I want to, like...
He never used to be that way. He used to be very active and open within everyone, but he's
He makes me fucking laugh, though, with his promos, for sure.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Dan Zeppelin.
Dan Deakin, another one, probably one of the closest people I am with in the Warzone. Go out with them, talk tattoos. Pretty sure I'm gonna go out with them again soon. Go look at some abandoned shit like that. Fucking talk carny shit, all the weird shit that people like you fucking weirdo about.
Very cool. Lightning Lewis. I'm going to chuck a piss while you answer this, and I'll keep calling them out while I'm pissing.
Yeah, no worries. Lightning Lewis, fuck, I miss Lewis so much. He's probably one of my favorite people to talk to. Like, as his reputation like seemed to have hurt him, it really didn't. And he was one of the like first close friends I had in the Warzone. And I haven't seen him since, but I wish I did. Clint Marshall, fuck Clint Marshall for live streaming the Taker's entrance at 32 when we were watching it on the TV. That made me so fucking jealous. Even when he went to go see Nakamura first saying that made me so fucking jealous. But he's pretty knowledgeable with his wrestling too. Fucking had a good laugh with him at Resolution 3 with NC Viper and Dark Ice's match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Delcano.
Delcano. I used to think Delcano was just a braggy prick at one point. Like, because he could just do a fucking moonsault and shooting star. And I was like, oh, wait, can't wait till last shows you up. But the more I got to know him, the more I realized how good of a guy he was. Like, even, like, make my way out of fucking being sick in bed to go watch him win the tag titles recently. That was sick.
Yeah, that would have been very cool. Brandon Cage.
Well, Brad, like I said, when I caught up with Alex and Brandon was there, I was originally meant to just catch up with Brandon for a bit, and Alex happened to be in the city at the time, so oh, come along to Alex. So from there, like I've known like Brandon a lot more from even when he came in, like from his debut. I talked to him for a bit because I reffed his match. Yeah. And then from there, I was like, he keeps asking me to ref his matches, so from there I started knowing him more and more and more. Just kept talking, yeah. Yep. Fucking love the gimmick he's doing, by the way, too.
He's doing good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him at the moment. He's found himself, finally. Brian Lowe.
Brian Lowe. Fuck. One of the people I wish I knew more and, like, got to verse and all this shit. Like, fuck. I'm so disappointed I didn't get verse him.
Yeah, it is a shame. Not much we can do about it.
Yeah.
But he was one of your first friends in
yeah, wrestling. Definitely, yep.
Acid.
Acid, fuck.
Did you ever really get to know him?
Yeah, from time to time, yeah. Like, fucking just like some of the events I went later and shit like that, but fucking always just known for picking the sickest fucking theme songs. Like the Predator by Ice Cube and shit like that. It's coming up fucking like...
Oh man, I that's the reason why I had him join the EA, just so I could walk out with him to all these theme songs. Who else is there? Johnny V.
Johnny V. So, well, fucking from the yard, he's made me laugh so much. And, like, just makes me laugh in general. But he's a good guy. Like, when you actually can sit down and talk with him and he be serious and not trolls on Facebook and shit like that, he's a good guy to talk to.
Furthermore, Nick Ariel.
Fuck, pretty much likewise. Fucking, I don't get why you keep requesting him, like, requesting me to add him as a friend on Facebook. He doesn't add anyone on Facebook. I've heard fucking, like, Kyle added him, like, one of the first events we ever saw him. He didn't add him to fucking like Resolution 3 because he had to plan with him.
Plan the match with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he. I remember one time being at his house, we were drinking, and I managed to get control of his Facebook and look at his friend requests. And just as he dived in to stop me from accepting everyone, I'd accepted Deakins. I was like, yes, Steel got in there, but unfortunately no one else. So you're still not friends with Nick on Facebook?
No.
What a fucking asshole.
No, you
Like
suggested
it matters,
him
you never
recently.
play.
You're like, California and Fury suggested you
Oh,
add
did
this
I?
person's friend on
I
Facebook.
think
I'm
I
like,
did
I'm
it
not
just to
adding him.
fucking Shut him off. Tim Justice.
Tim Justice. I found Tim like a good guy, and then everyone started bringing out like all this shit, and I was like, well, fuck, I don't really have an opinion on Tim anymore. He still has my fucking necklace, so I want that back. It's
Dude,
like fucking.
if something of yours is in his possession, you don't get it back. That's the that's the thing.
I can tell from ice.
Yeah, and Jacob with his fucking tent.
Well, you didn't get that back. I thought he went to go get it.
I don't think he got it.
Fuck.
Or maybe he has, I don't know. Rusty, sick cunt. For sure. I talked to him Resolution 2 a fair bit. Got to know him like as a better person. Some of the shit he puts on Facebook's fucking hilarious. he's a fucking good dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Just trying to... Well, now I'm starting to grasp at fucking straws here. Shit. I think we've pretty much got Aston Crude.
That's not fair. Fuck that cunt.
Yeah.
Nah, well, can't really be here without him, so... Yeah,
it's all
this
because
shit
of
that's...
me.
Yeah, pretty much. And at the end of the day, you have to really thank him for everything.
You're welcome. Not a problem, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
See, now I can't go into like Marcus. Who cares what Deakin thinks of Marcus Cones Jones? No one cares, Carl. Diffuser.
I have fucking just seen shit, and like when he came, like fucking, I was upstairs. I was chucking a piss. Resolution 3. I've been 2 days no sleep. I'm like pretty much like on the brink of passing out. Coming out the toilet. He's there and he's putting shin pads on. And I was like, he's like, hey. I was like, hi. And I was like, wait. It clicked. I ran out like.
Oh, did
Stood
you
next
see
to
him
Jacob.
before he went out there?
Went to Jacob, I'm like, get ready to fucking see this. And then the lights cut, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh,
and then
no
I hear,
way.
like, Mike, like, see Justin Mike on the fucking, like, laptop. I'm like, yeah, it's happening. And then the fucking O Negative song plays. I'm like, fuck.
I mean, you must have. I mean, you probably didn't really know that much about Diffuse, but you knew
Not
of
much,
him.
but I've seen some of the stuff, yeah.
So that must have been quite a
Experience,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
and
you-
how
you're one
everyone
of the-
fucking reacted to.
You're one of the rare people that saw him before he went out.
Yeah.
Crazy. What did you think of that moment, by the way?
I was like, fuck, if this is like what I think is happening, it's going to be fucking insane.
And it fucking was.
Yeah.
Alright, what else have we got here? Yeah, we're coming close to the end. Antilochus.
Telecast, and also one of the closest people I have in Warzone. Funniest cunt out. I've played a fucking fair bit of video games with him and shit like that. Just needs to still... We planned on like going out and shit and like him coming to mine or me going to his, but it never fucking happens. But hopefully that'll happen soon.
Hopefully. And getting towards the end now. Big Ace.
Big Ace. Nah. Like, he seems the person that would, like, not be friends with anyone because he's, like, the big tough guy, but he's probably, like, the most gentle, sweetest person I know. Like, he'd take a bullet for you, I reckon. Like, he'd probably be sitting, like, hearing this, like, no, I fucking wouldn't, but if it came to that scenario, he would.
Arthur Aries.
One of two closest friends I have, like, ever. And he's made decisions that have caused some repercussions, but he's always still going to be one of my best friends.
Talk to him, man.
Yeah.
Because the sick, fucking twisted thing at the end of the day is if he apologised, I'd probably give him another chance.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've got 9 months left. He's got an opportunity to go out the right way instead of the wrong way. Lars. I only met him like a few years ago, but I feel like I've known him for a fucking bit now. I go to his house like from time to time, have a drink, shit like that. Fucking catching up with him tomorrow. Keen for that. Cool.
Yeah.
Getting down to the wire here. You've already spoke your feelings of Kyle, but one more time. Kyle Inglis.
Fuck that cunt. Nah. I should probably say one of 3 best friends then. Yeah, probably. Well, known him, like, I've just like heard of him and shit like that, like in school, because he was in the special needs thing because of his hearing and shit like that. He was perfectly fine. It's just because of that stupid fucking reason. And then he got like put into mainstream, and he was like in some of my classes, and just like became friends, and then became partners, and became fucking enemies. And now,
Fucking love Kyle. I fucking love Kyle.
Good guy.
I remember a while back you said that you and Kyle weren't really like that close, but
yeah, we weren't, like, because we hung out with completely different people at school, but when it came to wrestling, it'd be like fucking like that, like chums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just uncovered more people in my head. I haven't asked yet. Ryan Tate.
Fucking, if I need to nerd out about anything indie, I just go to him. Fucking, he knows as much as I do. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah. Message me on the basic, and like, oh, we kind of like, oh, fuck, what do you want?
Vincent Graves.
Vincent Graves. I only met him recently, but from the time I talked to him at that ICWS show, fucking, he's a good guy. Yeah.
Jack Wallace.
Jack Wallace. Well, he's another person I can't really, like, be here for if it wasn't for him, because really, technically, if it wasn't for Kyle's sister.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Jack is also another person that, like, believed, and, like, I could, like, rock up to Warzone and do all this shit, and gladly has. I've recently talked to him a lot more, too, like, probably should go to one of his gigs at one point, but fucking so far.
Yeah. Luke Monet.
Fucking, probably the person I've hung out most with at Warzone, like, probably one of the funniest people too there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good choice of beer. He's like, he mingles with my friends too, like my bestest friend. Fucking hit it off like that, and just at Moon and Sixpence up in Perth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And finally, as it comes to the end of every single word association, Deacon Whalen.
What do I think of Deakin Whalen? Fuck. I don't know, just from someone that was an anorexic fucking kid for most of his, like, junior life, to now growing up, fucking beating those anorexic odds, and becoming more confident, stronger, fucking building all these friends and shit like that. I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm glad of what I have today.
And I'm proud of you too, my friend.
Thank you.
This brings us to the end of the podcast.
Wicked.
So thank you for the interview, my friend.
No worries.
And glad that we got to finally do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you got any parting words before we go?
I have unfinished business with someone, and I'm hoping that opportunity comes up. You know who you are.
Excellent. Thank you, Deacon.
No worries.
Appreciate the interview, and thank you, everyone out there, for listening to the GBYWN Australia podcast. I am your host, Aston Crude, alongside Deacon Whalen, my special guest today. And I'll be with you next time where, oh my God, I think I've got to interview Steele Kemsley. Thank you very much, and good night.
Catch ya.